Tom and I came to Thailand exactly 1 month ago now, starting our 6-month digital nomad life. We've been loving it here, and here's the 10 things we've learned. Number 1, if you're coming to Thailand, you may need a visa, so definitely check this beforehand. We applied for a 90-day visa before coming here, and then, whilst here, extended this by another 30 days. To do this extension, we had to go to the immigration office and we had to take our passport, a photocopy of our passport, a photocopy of our visa stamps, so that page in the passport where they put the stamp, a photocopy of our visa, and we also had to take a passport-sized 4x6 centimeter photograph. We didn't have all of these photocopies, so we had to get that done there, which cost us 110 baht per person. If you can take some of these things with you, definitely do. The initial visa application cost us about £50 for that 90-day period, and then we paid another 1,900 baht for an extension in cash. This brings me to the next point, which is that except for Central Samui and Lotus supermarkets, there's no such thing as card payments. Sure, some restaurants will accept card, but they tend to add a 3% charge on that. Most transactions require cash, so make sure you have cash. There are lots of currency exchange booths, not always with the best rates, and lots of ATMs. What we did was exchange money on my Wise travel card, generally the best rates out there, and then withdraw them from an ATM. Bear in mind that the ATMs do have a 220 baht fee on them as well. Apparently you can go into a bank with your travel card and passport and get this done without a fee, but we tried this at 5 different places and were unsuccessful. This then leads perfectly into my next point, which is that there's not a lot of set prices out there. In other words, you may get ripped off. It's customary to sort of haggle about the prices, so bear in mind that if you're getting a price that you don't think is quite right or fit for the value of the product, you can negotiate. Being tourists, you're more likely to be taken advantage of, and I remember when we first arrived in Thailand, we were looking for a SIM card and they kept wanting to give us the tourist SIM cards. In the end, we did manage to get a longer term SIM card, and this cost me about 150 baht a month. Literally nothing, unlimited data. If there are specific day trips that you want to go on, book them there and then. Compare prices between different booths because they will give you different prices. Don't just go for the first price you get. Also, do your research about the trips that you're planning to go on. I would personally recommend not doing any of the animal tourism because of the way these animals are often treated. Even the actual sanctuaries, for example, for elephants, where they talk about not riding the elephants and taking care of the elephants, can still be unethical because a lot of these places do allow you to bathe with the animals and do other things with the animals that are quite unnatural and that can be quite traumatic for the animal. So do your research, and if unsure, avoid. There's lots of other nice things to do, amazing places to see, so stick to those. The best way around is probably by scooter. Walking is also generally okay and safe, but crossing streets can be tricky and the sidewalks aren't always the best. We initially rented a scooter for 2 days at our hotel, which cost us 150 baht per day, and later at a separate place, which cost us 250 baht per day. Prices will probably vary depending on where you get them in Thailand, whether it's a touristy place and what kind of bike you get. If you get a bigger bike, chances are prices will be closer to 300, 400, maybe more. Bear in mind that you will be driving on the left side of the road and you will be giving priority to bigger vehicles than you. Stay safe, wear a helmet, all of that jazz. And if you don't feel safe driving around yourself, there are tuk-tuks, there is Grab, there's other ways to get around. You don't have to drive or walk. These aren't your only options. 6, cannabis is legal. You'll see shops all around the place. 7, there is a rainy season and a dry season. The rainy season spans from May to about October time, and the dry season is from November to March, April time. So we've definitely had a lot of rain here lately. Prices and touristy busyness will depend on the season, so choose accordingly. 8. The local food is chef's kiss, so try it out. There's loads of local restaurants, but also loads of night markets, and I highly recommend checking out some of these markets. Not only is the food often made right there, right then, it is also super cheap, super delicious, and the whole vibe of the night markets is simply incredible. Dishes such as various curries, pad thai, and spicy papaya salad are also musts on your to-eat bucket list in Thailand. Be sure to specify your spiciness level because they're mild, may be different to your interpretation of the word mild. Also know that when you do go to night markets or anywhere else, there is a lot of plastic being used, so take precautions accordingly. Also, if you're vegan, seek out specifically vegan places through Happy Cow, or make sure to specify no meat, eggs, dairy, but also no fish sauce and no shrimp paste, as these ingredients are really common here. There's not really a separate word for vegetarian or vegan, but a lot of people do understand the concept, and there are some fully vegan places as well. So as long as you're careful, you should be alright. Enjoy all the food, but don't drink the tap water. Also, if you want to cook any of your own meals, Lotus is a really good supermarket. Super cheap, has got quite a few things, and there's also a macro and a mini C. Lots of accommodation, doesn't have much in terms of a kitchen. We currently have one hob and one pot, so bear that in mind when you are making arrangements for your meal. There's also not any place that I know of that has an oven. Next, temples. If you are planning to visit a temple or multiple temples, and I really recommend you do, they are stunning places, make sure to wear appropriate attire. You need to cover your shoulders, cover your legs, and lots of places will also ask you to take off your shoes to show respect, not just at temples, but in various other places as well. We've passed many shops where there's just a massive queue of shoes lined up at the front door, and that's the norm. Lastly, Thai people are some of the friendliest people I have met, and this place is absolutely stunning. I've been loving living here and trying out all of these new things, and it's definitely worth a visit. Let me know if you have visited Thailand, and let me know if you think I missed anything out or if you have any other questions for me. We'll be here for another 2 months, and I can't wait.